What's up, my peeps? Time for another 5-minute review, this time for WWE No Mercy. Let's get started. So, first off, for the kickoff, we get Curt Hawkins making his long-awaited debut. So, he gets in the ring, and first off, actually, they switch his theme song. So, if you're expecting the theme song from the promo videos or the video packages, his old theme song in the middle of it, now they switch that. And it makes sense because during his entrance, they had him spitting out facts. Not him actually on the microphone, but it was part of the audio of the entrance theme song. So it wouldn't make sense, or people wouldn't hear the facts if it was mixed in with some lyrics. Anyways, he goes ahead, pretty much tries to troll the crowd, and gets in the ring and says, "Alright, well, I got in the ring." And then he goes to leave, but then announces that on Smackdown he'll make his debut. This is kind of reminding me of the whole Jericho situation when he came back a couple of years ago and would just get in the ring and then leave. Except here I could see people getting tired of it pretty quickly. Moving on to the kickoff match, it actually wasn't Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin, it was a tag team match. This was pretty much a SummerSlam tag team match minus Reese Dango and the Usos. It was American Alpha and the Hype Bros versus Vaudevillans and the Ascension. Really, I have nothing to say about this. I'm getting, kind of tired of just putting in the tag teams that aren't booked in one big tag team match. It's like, I feel like I already saw that. So, I could have done without, this match. Would have preferred a one-on-one match or something like that. Anyways, moving on to the main show, it kicked off with the main event, AJ Styles, John Cena, Dean Ambrose, and as expected, this was a great triple threat match. If you want me to compare it to one of the recent triple threats, this was better than the Shield triple threat match at Battleground. There wasn't any announce tables breaking or anything like that, but it was a solid match. And one of the cool spots was John Cena had AJ in the Attitude Adjustment, and then he sees Dean Ambrose next to him, so he goes ahead, he swings AJ's feet onto Ambrose, so that sends Ambrose into the ropes, who of course goes for the rebound, and AJ gets off Cena's shoulders, he hits him with an enziguri, and Dean Ambrose by that time comes back with the rebound clothesline on John Cena. Also, Dean Ambrose got hit with most of the finishes in this match. He got hit with the Styles Clash, the Calf Crusher, the STF, the Attitude Adjustment, and towards the very end of the match, John Cena hit him with the Avalanche Attitude Adjustment, so the Attitude Adjustment from the top rope, and that's where the match ends. So Cena hits that, and then AJ Styles comes in, he hits Cena with a steel chair in the gut and in the back, covers him, and wins the match. See, the match was great, and I'm glad AJ Styles won. I feel that was the right decision, but the way AJ Styles won with a chair shot to the gut and then a chair shot to the back, I feel like John Cena can take more than that. I mean, we saw AJ Styles hit Roman Reigns with multiple chair shots, multiple finishers, and still lose the match to a spear. So, great match, but weird finish. And then Nikki Bella versus Carmella. As people expected, Nikki Bella won the match, which I feel was the right decision. I mean, Carmella got a ton of wins over Nikki anyways. The match was okay. It was a decent match. It was actually, in my opinion, the better match of the two women's matches on the card. And also, on the commentary team, they pointed out that Nikki is naming the new finisher the Rack Attack 2.0. I do like the reference to the old finisher. Afterwards, we got The Miz getting some heat from the crowd by telling Daniel Bryan that it's kind of his fault that Dolph's gonna retire tonight because he gave him all these opportunities, and that once he beats Dolph, he wants his contract renegotiated. Then we get the tag team title match, the Usos versus Heath and Rhino, and surprisingly, Heath and Rhino retain the tag team titles. So they're still the champs. And the match was another solid match between the two teams. Rhino once again won the match for his team. He got both Jimmy and Jay, one outside, the other inside the ring. I like that Rhino's looking strong, and I'm cool with Heath Slater and Rhino still the tag team champions. And then we get Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin in probably the most boring match of the night. Baron Corbin picks up the win by poking Jack Swagger in the eyes and hitting End of Days. So now they've both got questionable wins over each other, so obviously this is going to lead to a third match, hopefully on Smackdown or something. I don't think I want to see it at the next pay-per-view. And then The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. This was the match of the night. The Miz pulled all the stops. He had Maurice sprang Dolph Ziggler, the Spirit Squad getting involved. But Dolph Ziggler kept on kicking out. He kicked out of the skull-crushing finale twice. He looked great in this match, really strong. And then the ref goes ahead, kicks out Spirit Squad and Maurice. Miz turns around, bam, super kick. Dolph wins the match to big pop from the crowd. He's not retiring. He is the new Intercontinental Champion for a 5th time. And great job on the unpredictable ending there. I thought for sure Dolph was retiring tonight. And then since they had announced that Becky couldn't compete, we had Naomi versus Alexa Bliss instead in a very awkward match. I mean, it just felt awkward and sloppy. And at some point you had Naomi hitting a rear view that barely connected, going for the cover. I was like, oh, I hope they don't end it at that, because that barely connected, or if it even connected. Alexa Bliss kicked out, and then Alexa gets like a cross arm breaker locked in, and Naomi goes ahead and slowly transitioned that into a roll up, and that gets the 3 counts. So, yeah, Naomi wins, and I don't know, I guess she's in the title picture. This match was about as boring as the Baron Corbin versus Swagger one, or maybe even worse. And then we got the main event, Bray versus Randy, and this was an okay match, which featured Bray Wyatt telling a fan to shut up. I've got to go back and watch what the fan told Bray, but anyways, the ending of the match came when Randy was going to go for the RKO, and then the lights go out, come back on, Luke Harper's right in front of Randy, Randy turns around, bam, Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3, Bray Wyatt wins, and Luke Harper is back. And he's on Smackdown, the right brand to be on, because Smackdown needs Luke Harper more than Raw. So what did I think about the show? I feel the IC title match should have main evented. Dolph winning the title was unpredictable, and I feel that should have finished the show rather than Luke Harper returning. But I did enjoy Luke Harper coming back and Bray getting a big win. I give this show a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Definitely not as good as Backlash, but slightly better than Clash of Champions. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm out. See ya.